Today we are having Sarath and Bharat and Amjad from Raptee team with us for the session. Sarath is taking care of business technology, he's a manager, and Bharat and Amjad are software developers. They'll be uh, helping us with the session throughout the demos. And we all know how exciting it is for us to know the what is happening behind our EV technology. And I hope this session will be an insightful session to all of you. Now I'd like to thank Sarath and his team for uh, being there in our session today. And with that, I'd like to hand it over to Sarath. He'll be taking over. Please, Sarath.
Hello, hi everyone. A very good evening. So, yeah, I'm in my office for this webinar. I hope I will not bore you guys. So, we have made in that manner. So, yeah, before getting into the webinar, so myself, Sarath, so I take care of business and technology at Raptee. So, Raptee is an electric motorcycle company based out of India, like Zoho. So, we are in Chennai, we are located in Chennai. So it's been almost 8 years when we started this company. So now we are India's first high voltage motorcycle. So what I mean by high voltage motorcycle is, so you can charge our motorcycles at any car charging stations out there. There are 40,000 charging stations across India, the CCS to chargers. So yeah, that is the biggest advantage, and the performance are on the next level of standard. So this is what the product is about, and our product is a connected product. I mean, in the sense, connected motorcycle. So the vehicle is always connected to the internet 24/7, sending data to IoT servers and Catalyst servers. I'll take you there in a while. So before going into the technicals and other things, so I just wanted to highlight. So Raptee is a Zoho fan company. So we have been using Zoho products almost for years. It all started with Zoho Creator, then Zoho IoT, then Catalyst, payments, books. We are a Zoho fans to put in on that note. So we use many Zoho platforms and Zoho products across our systems and departments. We found out Zoho Catalyst a year and a half back. So then we tried out with a very small microservices. Now Zoho Catalyst is taking up a big chunk of our backend processes and application for Raptee. So myself, Sharath. So I have my colleagues with here, Bharat and Amjad. So they're software developers. So Bharat takes care of complete digital transformations on ERP systems to backend applications, website, and other things. So Amjad is a product developer of complete mobile applications and the connected systems and other things. As I said, Raptee, as a motorcycle company, it is not just manufacturing motorcycles, right? So it is about the experience what we give to customers. In today's generations, every cars are connected. So the expectations are going high and high day by day. For Raptee's ecosystem, so we have our mobile applications, smartwatch applications, vehicle control unit, which is the instrument cluster of the mobile applications, so websites, and a couple of web applications running for internal purpose and for customers also to book the motorcycles and other things. We have integrated these systems in such a manner where it can scale up to even millions of customers, right? So all the systems talk to each other and communicate. I mean, essentially communicate with each other. I'll start with a few demos and sorry. So the agenda of this session would be see what we are doing at Raptee and how does Catalyst help us to fit the products and then manage and maintain the products and then the service. So that is on the first thing. And the second thing, mobile application OTP and user verification, authorization, and other things. The other thing is automated token management systems, and the fourth one is our mobile application backend services. The complete backend of our mobile application is built on Catalyst. So and on the DevOps side, the CI/CD automations with the GitHub Actions, and the websites, and the CMS portals and other things. And yeah. So we'll start with, I mean, industry's challenge, where first security is the biggest constraint, and when it comes to a customer level of products, building a customer grade products, automotive grade products, right? So we have done quite a bit of job. So I'll take you that in depth manner on coming slides. So we've done quite a bit job. And on scalability wise, yes, as a startup, so we gradually grow, and we don't grow in thousands and lakhs and in a week or in a month. So we need a system where it will actually grow day by day, or month on month. Let's say 100 vehicles this month, on next month it will be 200. If you take our 3 years projection, it is somewhere around 18,000 motorcycles. So the scalability is the important part which plays over here. So that has been handled up. And the operational overhead, again, and startup can't invest getting a very big VM, or else getting a very big servers running 24/7. So operational, the main factor is cost. So that has been solved by us with Catalyst. And the integration complexity, yes. So we have many applications which is running on Catalyst or Creator, or the internal servers, and the developer applications, and the research and developments for our vehicle homologation and testing. Those applications are being connected with each others by using Catalyst functions and other things. So yeah. Sorry. So we have built, as said, we have built a very huge and large diverse of applications on Catalyst, and been hosted on Catalyst. So first, my team has mentioned it as OTP service, but it is not just as an OTP service, right? So it is about authentication and the authorization. So let's say if you download our mobile application, so you can log in with your mobile number and your OTP. So what happens at the back end is, so if you request for an OTP, our API hits to Catalyst, and we'll run the function, and we'll send it to you an OTP through our SMS gateway. So once that is done, what the next step, we'll validate whether the customer is valid or not, whether the customer exists in our DB of customer database or not. So if the customer is already is in the database, so if yes, we'll be moving into the next step, where we'll be fetching up the motorcycles, which motorcycle he bought, and the resources and other things to the mobile application, and we'll download all the things before he logs in the application. And let's say if it is a new customer, what we'll do, if we have freshly downloaded our application right from Play Store or App Store, what we'll do is, if the customer does not exist, again, name, email, and other things, and we'll get a terms and condition and other things, we'll pass it to our lead generation. So which actually our salespersons will call whether he's interested in buying motorcycles or not. So not just with this, right? So this is not just about making login things and other things. So moving forward, we have our own community, which we call as HV Club. So which are riding clubs, and riding community, and that has been private for our customers. So that login has been established, and on our websites, when you book our motorcycles, so you get OTPs and other things, and the order status of our motorcycle. So that has been also done with this particular services. And mobile application backend. So we have built a very big backend and hosted it on Catalyst, where it manages the complete users and push notifications. CMS platforms, which has been a backend for our website, front ends and other things. CX, yes, we track our customer experience and the customer journeys. EV charging stations is, yeah, these are very cool services which we run. I'll get this in depth on upcoming slides. OTA applications, OTA application manager. So our motorcycles are connected motorcycles, so we send OTR updates to the vehicles without even the customer needing to visit a service center. And URL shortener, that was a pet project, and we not just with this, we built many projects. Unfortunately, due to some reasons, I should not show those applications, so we have just limited with these. Yes, as said, I mean, the use case of mobile application is OTPs and other things, generation validations. The time when you log into our mobile app, so we sent an OTP through app sale endpoints, of course, and the app sale generates a 4-digit OTP, and we also generate a 6-digit OTP for the booking purposes. So for a mobile application login, it will be a 4-digit OTP, and that will be triggered with functions. And then we use BigQuery as our, not promoting, so we use BigQuery as our payment, SMS gateway. One that is done, so what again, after submitting the OTP, then again the API goes, validates whether the OTP is okay or not, and creates a user session. And I'll come with the token management system again. Yeah. So yes, so the OTP which is generated in the mobile application is less than 50 ms. So, and that is what we get and on real time. And the success rate, yes, it is 99.8. Almost we deliver all the messages, not just with OTPs, right? So we have messages going for booking, and we have messages going for payments, and we have 15-16 templates which we have registered on DLD. So everything has been generated and sent through a Catalyst app sale. And we use cache validation, so that will increase the latency. That will drastically decrease the latency and then send the OTPs much more faster. So yeah. So coming on to the next thing, automated token management. So this is what we started with. Using Catalyst, we tried out things, and now this handles the entire token management for Raptee's ecosystem, to be termed as. So respective of digital platforms, every token management is being managed over here, where the upsale handles all the OAuth handshakes between systems, and the token has been stored in cache, which has all those other details with meta. The meta details with expiry, the scopes, services, and then what are the roles for the customers and other things. So con job, yeah, what we thought was, so we need to trigger so we need to refresh tokens management system 1 hour. Previously it was 30 minutes, and then we have just changed to 1 hour once. Yeah. So, and functions, yeah, which executes and refresh the complete refresh tokens, and gives a new token for an hour. So as I said that, so we have integrated with these three are Zoho services. Apart from these three Zoho services, we have integrated to third-party services and in-house developed and in-house hosted services also. So complete automation of token management is being handled in Zoho Catalyst with app sale, cache, functions, and con job services. So coming on to the mobile application ecosystem, I'll hand over this to Mr. Amjad. So,
yeah, hi guys, Amjad here. So yeah, when we started building mobile applications, we had a couple of challenges. Since the mobile application that is going to be provided to the customers was something bit complicated. In terms of we had DMS systems that manage our customers' data in terms of like what the vehicle customer have, what the contact they have, and all the component details. At the same time, all the device data likewise metadata, and then all the raw data that is going to be generated from the vehicle was stored in the IoT portal. So here is the cool thing. So we have to target those users and send those right insight or everything that is being consumed by the customers. And here we started building our backend that was so closely integrated with these two platforms that was already built, and that single authentication should be validated by these two platforms, and it should also maintain a clear hierarchy, like what user is going to access what resources. Also, it will be taking some data from the DMS that was required for the user, and at the same time it is also need data from the IoT that is going to be formulated and processed to feed to the customers. And these two things, combining the IoT services and then combining our DMS systems and then feeding to the customers, was built in the mobile backends. And when we started growing, we also find out like we need the user behavior tracking, like how user is consuming our API and how the user are going to interact with our services that we are providing over the mobile app and the interface. So this need to be identified by us, and since over the time when we analyze all this data, we can improve our services and we can give more features to them related to them, and when we really can categorize what the user need more and what the focus should be our to build. So for that, we started using our analytics features inside the Catalyst, where we are helping our the whole module is helping us to come up with the new idea and give the better features to the customers. Also, since we are closely integrated with the IoT and DMS, at the moment when we realize we need to trigger push notification to the customers, to the precise, we have some idea of like why not we can trigger the charging completed push notification to the customers, and why not we can notify the user about how they have ridden the bike. So these are the some features we have to implement it, and then we started adding the user logging, what their current APNs token and FCM tokens they have. And by using that, since we have already analytics data in our backend, so we can push notification to the customer with the exact right insight, and that was like very good thing, and that was loved by the customers. Also, when we started scaling, we have a couple of features that was that was on the road, and we started enrolling the features related to like sharing route and find my vehicle and triggering some command like ping my vehicle. Those whole thing was based on IoT, but still it was integrated with our backend. And since these three things, analytics, push notification, IoT, and then authentication that was followed by IoT and then DMS systems, was including the customer data. So we come up with the idea like why not to manage the customer data here itself, since it already include the analytics data, it's already include the their tokens, it's already including the user behavior, and we started managing their profiles in terms of like what user is going to access what resource and what kind of hierarchy or label and role they have, and how they are going to access their data. So these things were started managing under our user management, and these 4 modules that we are kept it here is like seamlessly working together irrespective of these 2 platforms that was differently working at the same time. Yeah, the next. Yeah, so we have kept a slide here since this is a staging environment, so we kept it for demo. You can see it here, like the API response is quite well, and we have achieved like less than 100 milliseconds API response average, and we are also currently managing the 1000+ customer concurrency. And since you can see the slide, like we have a device management, access management, and app users. Then we are also managing the shared route and notification systems, and then version management, and couple of more features that is already there in the backend. And this is all things being run by Catalyst, integrated with our DMS and then IoT systems all together. Yeah, Sarath, next slide. Yep. Bharat, please.
Hi, I'm Bharat, software developer at Raptee. I'd like to share my screen here just a minute.
So to clear it out, so Amjad has said the DMS for a right time. So DMS is our dealer management system where we store all those customer data in a system. So that is built on top of Creator, where the complete sales, right from lead generations to bookings to sales handover, vehicle handover, and service appointments, and right from sales to service, CRM, everything has been handled in DMS. So we have integrated DMS directly to our Catalyst systems to get synced with.
So can you guys able to see my screen, right?
Yes, Bharat.
Yeah. So okay, now about Raptee.HV's official website. So which is currently deployed in Zoho Catalyst app site. So yeah, here it is. So the special part about this website is the boot your T30 section. Yeah. So here our bike models has been there. So why I say this is a special section of our website? Because this is the main secure and most important area where most of the customers boots a bike, pre-boot a bike here. So this should be the very secure and it handles most of the verification process here. So as a customer, I will just choose my favorite bike, and here's a sport variant and red color. And in the next section, customer enters their pin code, for example, here. Yeah. On my name, my email. So finally I give my number. So at this step, I want to verify this actual user or some other randomly just enter any dummy data. So I just want to trigger a OTP here, and based on that, yeah, I received my OTP. Yeah, so it verifies instantaneously. So you can see that just not even just a second. So okay, now we verified the user and you get to know that it's a customer or a lead. So lead in the sense like who is interested in our product. So what's the next step? So there'll be like a proceed to put a bike right. So the next section will be like payment. Like you guys know, the payment is the most secure thing need to be implemented in any websites or applications. So in this, we have integrated Zoho payments here. Yeah, you can able to see that Zoho payment screen. Yeah. So to make it more secure, we're using Zoho tokens and our automation systems. Like in previous slides, you have seen, right, the token management system. So how it works? So for every 1 hour, it triggers a token and save in the local cache memory. So the main thing is we should not expose this token publicly, right? So it designed to fetch the data directly from the catalyst and implemented in our app sale website application, and it triggers the payment widgets here. So okay, okay. Now we get we verify the user and we securely made the payment. So what's next, right? So next will be like we need to save this data in some place, right? So it will be like DB, like something. But instead of saving in a particular set of DB, we directly move to our DMS, which is our dealership management system. So based on those, our marketing team and sales team approach the customers to move forward. So similar to Zoho payments, we have set up Zoho creator tokens as well. So again, effortlessly we get those tokens and we securely transfer those data to our DMS application which we have built. So this is how we build microservices applications in different kind of applications. For example, OTP service is a microservice and token management is microservice, and we use that in websites and mobile app and further our internal systems as well. So coming to the next slide, our content management system. Just a minute. Yeah. So again, going back to the website section, I'll show you. Yeah. So here you can able to see some FAQs and blogs, right? So these are the data which will tend to change dynamically. Maybe every day they may upload new blogs and they used to change the FAQs. So I can't every time like make the changes in the code and push it and then deploy it every single day. That's not be a feasible thing, right? So to handle that scenario, we have built a content management system. So yeah. So here is our content management system. So which you see exactly replicates here. Yeah, able to see, right? So this is our content management system. So whatever changes we need to make in the blog or FAQs, so authorized persons can able to make the changes here. So it will instantaneously reflect in the website. So this is the most required things for marketing team to put the blogs here. So we made them job very easy. Yeah. Okay. Till now we have seen about the many applications which you have built, like OTP service application and then token management, mobile backend, websites, CMS. So for all these applications, we need some developers to build, right? So we have a team here to build those applications. And and while building those applications, there'll be like different set of branches to commit and different type of developers give throw different features to the application, right? So when there's more than few set of developers working in a single application, there might happen hidden issues or which may later break the production code. So we try to avoiding that, and also we need a proper pipeline to build till deployment, right? So for that we use GitHub Actions in our case. So to set up a stable, proper pipeline, so we have, and also the main thing is about the hidden cases, like while deploying to the app side, we need to test our application, right? So before going it live, we need to verify all the scenarios has been handled properly, and for that also we used our CI/CD automation, which is GitHub Actions, to unit test our application, and in case if any test fails, it will restrict the deployment. Yeah. So what this pipeline actually does. So as a developer, I write some code and push it to the GitHub. So at the time of hitting the code hits the GitHub, it triggers a action which we predefined, written by us. Initially, it builds. Initially, it inserts the package and maps the environment variable to the code base, and then it builds the application and it does the unit test. So once all the unit test cases are passed, then it will directly deploy to the Catalyst app side. So after deployment, we'll make a health check, so all the endpoints are working, and then if anything fails, we'll be triggering the notification. So we'll be initially instantaneously fix the issue at that time. Yeah. So in order to show a demo, to by using GitHub Actions pipeline and Catalyst pipelines, we can able to deploy an application in less than 4 minutes. So after I push my code to the GitHub, in next 4 minutes, I can see my production ready code in the Catalyst, and it is very useful for us to deploy our development development environment applications. So it is very convenient to having these pipelines, to it will reduce a lot of times for the developers and also for the testers. So here there's a action which is ready. So I'll redeploy it again once again. Yeah. Yeah. Can you able to see here, right? So yeah. So it initially install the packages which are required for the application, and client side and the server side dependencies it will create, and then after that it builds the application and maps the environment variable for that application, and then hidden unit test performs in the back. After that, files has been ready for deployment, it will deploy to Catalyst. Yeah, it's still local patches server installing. So now the client side has been getting built. Yeah, as you can see, the several dependencies has been done, and it was ready to deploy to Catalyst, and now it is in the deployment stage. Yeah, as you can see here, just less than for each section is just less than a minute, right? Yeah. So as you can see that it just took around 2 minutes 23 seconds to deploy our application to Excel. So that's it from my end. Sarath?
So I hope my screen is visible now. Okay. So yeah, so as Bharat and Amjad mentioned, so I mean, we are working on many applications and many systems, but we were possibly were allowed to show only this much. But yeah, so to give a gist, I can give you some of the other things which we are into Catalyst. So we have an OTA manager. So OTA manager, as I said, so our motorcycle is a connected motorcycle. So where we can give any release, let's say on the firmware level or on the vehicle software service level or on the instrument cluster, the HMI part level. So we'll be able to do it over the air without even the vehicle coming to service station, or let's say on a motor controller upgrade or on a battery management system upgrade. So everything is managed over the air. So what this OTA manager will essentially do is, so right from our Jenkins, so we have integrated in such a manner. So once the build is done, so it will be processing it to our OTA manager web application, where we have many different types of categorization. Like we have fleet vehicles, which is Raptee owned fleet vehicles, and we have the other vehicles is called the testing team vehicles. And sorry, first is the testing team, and the other is the Raptee fleet of vehicles, and the other pipeline is beta testers, and the other thing is region-wise release, and the other final is the production release for the all the customers who get our vehicles. So this process has been I mean, we posted those applications on Catalyst, where once and a vehicle has been, let's say we have an update for a vehicle, so where it will send an IoT command to that particular vehicle saying that, boss, you have this update with this version number, and these are the changes that you can expect, and these are the features that you can expect in the motorcycle after the upgrade. So once he clicks, then the request goes to the server, and it validates whether the request is actually legit or not. Once it is legit, so we'll send the download file, and on downloading, so what happens is, so we have a 16 GB storage in our in our vehicle control unit, where we are partitioned into two separate sessions with storage A and storage B. Once the image has been downloaded, and we'll check with SHA and other things. So once everything's been legit, seems to be legit, so we'll install the image. Let's say if the installation happened to be in failed thing, then what it will do is, it'll go back to the oldest release, which will be on the storage bucket too. So once the installation is everything is proper, so we'll delete the storage bucket, the other storage bucket, so that the space has been free. So after this installation, so the command has been triggered to our OTA systems, saying that this vehicle has been updated, and so on, so metadata and other things. So we were able to track all these insights and analytics with the Catalyst thing. So so these are the tech stacks that which we use on a customer level or on a internal level. So predominantly on app sale, yes, we use it for auto scaling and serverless functions, functions, con jobs to schedule the tasks, and data storage. So data storage, yes. The other thing is, so we have all CCS charging locations, the address and the charger providers, and what are the charges which is available. We have integrated those to our Raptee maps, which is our own maps on top of automotive grid. OpenStreetMap for a automotive grade Linux compatibility. Chachut. So we are the first two-wheeler motorcycle in India has our own maps with compatible to automotive grade Linux, and see, we own 3 to 4 IPs in that particular map things alone. So yeah, so sorry. So what I was saying is, so we have integrated all the public charging stations to the core of our Raptee maps with Catalyst systems, data storage, which we have been using. So and status and cache for the storage, GitHub Actions, as Bharat said. So that was a demo. So apart from that, so the firmware built and other things. More or less, we are using GitHub Actions for our hosting, online hosting, and other things. Sorry. So yeah, so the same thing. So now we are. Almost everything, every systems are 99.9% uptime. So it's not just for metrics, so it is an actual thing. So yes, exactly 99.99% uptime. Always on respect of payments or bookings or mobile applications, everything is 99.9% uptime. And we have seen some spikes on our motorcycle launch date and the first motorcycle deliveries which happened 2 months ago. So yeah, we have started our motorcycle deliveries in Chennai now, and next month we are starting our deliveries at Bangalore. So we saw some spikes last month, and before that, so we saw some spikes on our launch. So everything was handled perfectly as expected. And the other thing is, we have cut down the cost significantly with using serverless things without an infrastructure maintenance and other things. So we have some service which is for our maps and other things, but apart from that, so these microservices and these web applications are running at serverless and absolutely. So everything is unified into a single ecosystem where it connects and it talks each other. So yeah. Thank you so much.